It is extremely important to me that the stories we share are authentic and that we strive to tell both perspectives. I've been a local to this remarkable island 3 times and a tourist too many times to count. Our Home Your Holiday celebrates Aruba. There's a reason why Arubans are so patriotic, and there's a reason why visitors keep coming back. Let's dive into the elements that makes Aruba our home and the perfect holiday.
Climate change is real.
You heard the Minister of Nature. The local community of Aruba should be fully aware that climate change is indeed real, and it's here already making an impact. The first National Climate Resilience Council meeting took place recently, which gathered public and private stakeholders along with NGOs, academics, plus international partners together to discuss the data that's been collected thus far. Lead research experts from the Stimson Center presented the first introduction of the CORVI methodology to stakeholders.
CORVI is a climate and ocean risk and vulnerability initiative. It's a comprehensive study framework on assessing not only the land risks but also the ocean risks. And because we're an island country, of course, it's important to address both what is on land but also our oceans, which are fundamental to our society and tourism, particularly also for the island. So we had like a 3-hour discussion this morning on the methodology, what are the plans, who's going to get involved, what are some of the questions. So it was more of a technical meeting with all the members involved in this initiative, which is being executed as we speak, and which will take about 10 to 12 months to be completed.
Minister of Nature Ursula Ottens is driving the Climate Resilience Initiative, but he says to be successful in this goal, it requires a united front, including members of the local community.
Climate change is real. We are already feeling the effects as a little island, as a small island in the Caribbean. We are already feeling the effects. 32% of our beaches has already disappeared because of erosion, and 45% of our mangroves have already been disappearing because of climate change. So climate change is real. It's how we, as a small island, adapt ourselves to mitigate the impacts. That is how we have to do, and it's going to require a mind shift in our community. We all have to change our habits so that as an island we can be ready to adapt ourselves to how we deal with climate change. And lastly, we will be able to leave a better nation for the future generations to come.
No matter how you look at it, nature, beautiful Mother Nature, is truly one area that impacts every single aspect of our island. So good thing that it looks like all partners are willing to be collaborative on this effort and work effectively together.
We had the participation of all the partners from the government sector, but all of the other sectors that are forming part of the NCRC. Also, my fellow colleague ministers were present to make sure that this is something that is carried by all ministries, because it affects all sectors of our community, and we have to be prepared whenever we receive the data, the results from these studies. We all have to be prepared how we're going to be implementing them in different sectors, so that we have to make sure that our island is resilient.
Sally Yozel is from the Stimson Center. Stimson looks at the big picture, collects crucial data, then takes a close look at Aruba. The lead researchers from the US went on a lengthy island tour so they can fully grasp what they are dealing with in Aruba to be more accurate in their findings and recommendations on how this one happy island can tackle climate change.
We first do research into international issues, national issues, and really try to understand what is going on from the public data and information that is available. We'll go to the World Bank, we'll go to the UN, we'll get those big data sets. But to be honest, climate change is local. So we can do all the desk research we want, but we need to come to Aruba and find the experts and work with the experts to understand the issues. Because those who think that they can figure out climate change from a regional or a global, it happens in your own backyard. So that's where we really need to understand what is happening.
Sally says balance is key.
how do we get that sustainable balance and make sure that the people, the businesses, and the environment are safeguarded over the long term? I mean, let's not forget, this is a sun, sand, and sea island, and people want to come to a place where the water is clean to swim in, where the corals are healthy, where the heat is not too much. And climate change is going to stress all of that. So how do we look from, again, the water, the wastewater, the trash, all of those issues to make sure we improve those situations so that it all stays in a sustainable way for the future, healthy.
We have the first introductory risk assessment completed. There's still work to be done on climate resilience, and Sally and her team will need to lean on our local experts and vice versa.
To be successful, we need to get into the community and find the best experts from a broad spectrum: business, academia, government, and really interview, survey these people, the people who have this integrated approach. That's why having the NCRC working with us and really being our partner to integrate across all these different sectors. We can't be stovepipe, because climate change is not a stovepipe issue. It is an integrated issue. It affects, it's multidimensional, I guess is the best way of putting it. And that's how we're going to approach this whole assessment, risk assessment, vulnerability assessment that we'll be doing for Aruba.
When it comes to the topic of climate change, dialogue is important, and the conversation was certainly flowing at the first general meeting.
I'm very happy with not only the people that showed up, but also the discussions we had today, the questions that were raised, the recommendations that were provided. So as much as Corvi was here to present, we also wanted input and feedback from the stakeholders in terms of, don't forget this study that we did, consider this element or this risk that we're facing right now, energy consumption, for instance, that was mentioned, infrastructure, housing, flooding. There's so many items there. And the input that we received from the different stakeholder institutions, both on the public, private, and also the NGO side, was well received. And we're grateful for that also, because that's exactly the type of engagement we're looking for with the different stakeholder institutions within the NCRC.
Big things are coming to Aruba's international airport. Queen Beatrix Airport is undergoing a major transformation with its Gateway 2030 project. Phase 1A will introduce a new U.S. check-in hall, baggage hall, and airline offices, all designed for efficiency and comfort. This phase includes a state-of-the-art baggage handling system, making Aruba the second country in the entire world with such advanced technology. This innovative system can process up to 2,000 bags per hour with exceptional speed and accuracy, optimizing security screening and eliminating the need for U.S.-bound travelers to recheck their luggage. Let me repeat that. With the completion of this project, there will no longer be the need to recheck luggage for all travelers heading to the U.S. It's a big deal. With streamlined passenger processing and eco-friendly, spacious check-in areas, Queen Beatrix Airport is setting a new standard for hassle-free travel. The project is on track for completion by early 2025, promising a world-class travel experience. Pets, along with pet owners in Aruba, are about to get some major support. Starting August 2024, 12 local animal foundations on the island are teaming up for a hands-on campaign called Paws Uni Aruba, meaning Paws United Aruba, where the team will tackle one neighborhood at a time to help people with anything they need when it comes to becoming better pet owners. There's been many efforts and actions in the past to better the animal situation in Aruba, but here is how Paws United will be different.
The difference with our campaign is it's not just focused on the animals. You can spay and neuter, and we believe as a group, it's 12 of us, we believe spaying and neutering is the solution, but you can't spay and neuter and put an animal back in a dangerous environment or an environment where it's not, well, it's welcome, but where it's not completely safe. So our campaign is focused on the animals and their owners.
A main part of the action includes surveying the environment for the pet and evaluating areas where owners need assistance.
The intention is you go in the neighborhood, You canvass the neighborhood. So you talk to the people, not just stand outside. You got to come in the property, get their trust, and see what's happening, see what they need. Our intention is to build dog houses where needed. If a dog is tied up, and some people believe in tying up their dogs, we can't change that mentality. But we can make sure the tie-out is not hurting the dog. So we provide them with a good collar, with a good tie-out, no chains. We hate seeing chains on dogs. The sun hits the chain, it burns the dog. You got little dogs with big chains. No, the tie-outs, they're lightweight, and they can hold any dog because they go by size. We give them water bowls. We provide them with food. We provide them with deworming. If we can, we're now working on it to give them a vaccine.
The Paws United team heading into the neighborhood will be more than just Animal Foundation volunteers and veterinarians. There will be other helpers as well.
We're going in with a carpenter, we're going in with a gardener. So if your yard needs a little cleaning up so your dog or your kitty can walk around freely, we do that. We can build you a catio, because I can come and spay and neuter, or we can come spay and neuter 25 cats that are running around that the neighbors are complaining about. We fix them and they're still running around. Then where's the law? Keep your dog on your property or your kitty on your property. We build them a space where they can put their cats, they can control them. No new ones can be added to it. No one can dump anything on your property and you think that wasn't mine, or that one's not fixed, and then the problem starts again. So it's focusing on the animals and their owners. That's the difference.
Connecting with pet owners is a crucial part of this campaign. Dedicating time to education and raising awareness about responsible pet ownership is key.
Our educational side is a bit different. We don't want to just meet you at your gate, because I can talk to you at your gate and there's a whole hell happening in the back of your property. I haven't seen it. You can smile and show me whatever you want me to see. So our intention is we come in, we sit with you, we talk with you, we understand what your needs are for your animals, even for yourself. We're bringing in a carpenter, we're bringing in a gardener. If you need that little extra help, we have the volunteers that can help you with that. It's a one-on-one. If it is that you just stand and talk and fix their animals and you bring them back and you didn't help the problem, how do I know you give me all your pets? I don't. I can only know that if I sit with you and you trust me enough to let me help you. I say me. I speak for Paws Uni, not for myself.
To fulfill Paws United's mission, this campaign will take time.
We're coming in to help the people, make it a more warm feeling, that they know there are people out there. Because people say, yeah, you only care about the animals. That's not true. Because if you don't help the humans, if you don't help them to help themselves, how can they show love towards their animals? It's a mindset. It's not a quick fix. It's going to take a while. Some have asked us, when is your next neighborhood? Our next neighborhood is Dakota, but we can't tell you when, because we want to do this right and take our time and make sure it's done solid. When we know we've helped that neighborhood and that has the seal of good pet owners, the humans are okay, everything is safe and well, then we step away.
Geraldine Koch is from 9 Lives Aruba Foundation. They are one of the 12 partners involved with Paws United. Geraldine is a cat lover. She tells us why she believes in this campaign.
Why I believe? Because then there's not a lot of animals on the street. Because normally one cat in 1 year can give birth 3 times. And if every bird is 5 kittens in 1 year, one cat can give 15 kittens. What happened? People, they don't spay their cats and then they dump them in the Knuku, in the Mondi, and then we have a problem because as foundation we have to go and pick them up and look for a house for them.
Geraldine is Aruban and is someone who is very involved with helping animals on our island. She has one message for the local community.
Okay, what I want is that the people get educated and that they know the moment that you take a dog or a cat, that the first thing after 6 months you have to spay and neuter to avoid more babies, puppies, kittens.
Nini. Funding for the Paws United project is coming from Stimami Sterilisami, and the 12 foundations are also fundraising, plus the Ministry of Nature is providing microchips. Tackling the animal situation on our island is a big job. At the end of the day, it requires an all-hands-on-deck approach.
Together, we can make the difference. The foundations can't do it alone. The government can't do it alone. Our island has to be a part of it. Together we bring the difference that we need.